Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Appreciate that.
I'm
Appreciate
your
that.
host, Big Brother
I'm your host,
TTG.
Big Brother
We about to
TTG.
slide
We about to
into this
slide
Black History
into this
Month.
Black History Month.
Hope
Hope everybody had a uh,
Wheaties this morning.
Wheaties this
Shout out to
morning.
everybody
Shout out to everybody
pulling up.
pulling up.
Shetay, my
Shetay,
co-host of the
my
night.
co-host of the
We
night.
about to get into
We
this
about to
review.
get into this review.
You ready to talk
You
about
ready
it?
to talk
Go
about
on,
it?
box up.
Go on, box up.
We gonna
We
yeah, there you go.
gonna there you
Come
go.
on up here.
Come on up here.
We gonna get into it.
We gonna get into it.
The beautiful Chef
The
Tay.
Chef Tay.
Hey,
Hey,
hit that little later on. Let me give you a little history on the
let me give
movie.
you a little
Two
history on the
FBI
movie.
agents
Two FBI
investigating the
agents
murder
investigating
of
the
a civil
murder
rights worker
of a
during
civil
the
rights
60s
worker
seek
during the
the
60s,
breach
seek
the
the breach
conspiracy of a
the
silence in a
conspiracy of a
small southern
silence in a
town
small
where
southern town
segregation divides
where
black and
segregation
white.
divides black and
The
white.
younger agent
The
tried
younger agent
in trained in FBI
trained
school
in
runs up
FBI
against the
school
smaller
runs up
town
against the
ways
smaller town
of
ways
his former
of
sheriff
his
partner,
former
which
sheriff
is a very
partner, which
interesting
is a
part of the
very
movie.
interesting part of the movie.
This is a crime
This is
drama
a crime
mystery
drama
because it
mystery
is based on a
because
true
it is
story.
based on a true story.
Um, it's
Um,
also a thriller,
is
so
also a
it's definitely
thriller,
one of those
so
movies you
it's
can
definitely
watch
one of those
over
movies
and
you can
over
watch
again. You see
over and
different
over
stuff.
again. You see different
This
stuff.
film is inspired
This film is
by
inspired
we
by
just said it, James
we just said
Chaney,
it, James
Michael
Chaney,
Schwerner,
Michael
and
Schwerner,
Andrew
and
Goodman that
Andrew
was murdered by the
Goodman
Ku
that
Klux
was murdered by
Klan. I
the
believe
Ku
they were
Klux
from
Klan. I believe that
Philadelphia,
was from
somewhere
Philadelphia,
like up in there or
somewhere
something like
like up
that.
in there, something
And
like that.
they was
And
headed to Mississippi
they
to
was
do an
headed to Mississippi
article
to
as
do an
far as like
article as
journalism.
far as like journalism.
So yeah, we about to
So
get into
yeah,
this
we about to get
review.
into this
Happy Black
review.
History
Happy
Month.
Black
I am
History
your host,
Month.
Big Brother
I am your
TTG.
host, Big Brother
We actually
TTG.
taking a
We
break
actually taking a break
from your regular
from
trivia
your regular
to
trivia
highlight
to
some of the
highlight some of the
past episodes or
past episodes
past things that happened in the past
past things that
episode.
happened in the past.
This movie grossed in
This
pretty
movie
much
grossed in pretty
15
much
million.
15 million.
Yeah, 15 million.
Yeah,
Did 15
15 million.
million
15
in
million. In
1988. So
1988.
it won
So
one.
it won
I think it
one.
was a
I think it
Oscar.
was
Won
a
one Oscar.
Oscar. Won
Nominated for
one Oscar.
17.
Nominated for 17.
So I already asked my first
So I
question,
already asked my first
and
question,
that was the
and
correct answer. I
that was
mean,
the
me
correct
myself. That's
answer. I
what I
mean,
would
me
go with.
myself, that's what I would go with.
Appreciate the spotlight. Appreciate the
Appreciate the
spotlight.
spotlight. Appreciate the
Uh,
spotlight. Uh,
when it first come on,
when
what
it
is? I
first come
mean,
on,
what's your thoughts when it first come
what's
on,
your
Chef?
thoughts? Come on,
When it first come on, you see a water fountain. You see the colored water fountain and the white water fountain.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, you automatically
mm-hmm.
know what it's gonna be about. Offsite, how it used to be, and then it leads to you watching a building, a house. I believe it was a church burning down very slowly. That's the next scene. So it gets you interested, like, okay, this is racism based,
Mm-hmm.
but what's up
Mm-hmm.
with the burning church? And then you go from there.
Yeah, that was like one of the most cringing when
Yeah,
it
that
first comes
was
on. They
like
got
one of
the
the most cringing
separation of
when it
whites,
first comes
colored,
on. They got
and then
the
they use the word colored.
separation of white,
And if you
colored,
notice, they
and then they use
fountain
the word
stayed
colored.
on.
And if you notice,
So
they fountain stayed
it
on.
was like
So
they back
it was
back
like
then they didn't even want us
they
to breathe next to
back
them.
then they
So
didn't even want us to
as
breathe
a
next to them.
culture,
So
you couldn't even
as
breathe
a
the same
culture,
air
you couldn't even breathe
as
the
a
same air as a
Caucasian person.
Caucasian person.
Uh,
Uh,
yeah, because his father,
yeah, because his father,
the FBI agent
the
godfather,
FBI
he
agent
asked him,
godfather, he asked
if you're
him,
not better than
if you're not
a
better
N
than
word, then
a
what are you
N
better
word,
than?
then what are
Remember,
you
that was
better
one
than?
of those
Remember,
things
that
when
was
it
one
first
of those
came on and
things
he
when it
talked
first
about
came on. He talked about
um the
um,
part where the clam
the
showed
part
up,
where the
and
clam showed
it
up,
was a
and
first time
it
seeing
was
them
a first time
visually.
seeing them
When
visually.
that's
When
like what they call it,
that's like
they call it
what they call it,
goosebumps.
they call it
That was
goosebumps.
goosebumps. You know what
That
I
was
mean?
goosebumps.
Because
You know what I
they
mean?
ran that
Because they
town.
ran that
Like
town.
they was literally
Like
doing
they
stuff
was
right in
literally
front of the
doing stuff
FBI.
right in front of the
But
FBI.
be-
But
period.
Traumatized by
period.
Traumatized.
afraid to talk.
Traumatized.
Yep.
Because every time you
Yep.
talk, there they go.
That was the saying.
That was
Never,
the
never,
saying.
never.
Never, never,
So
never.
if
So
you like I said,
if you
when the
like I
Klan
said
pulled up, they
when
had
the Klan
never on
pulled up,
their
they had
tag.
never on their
They
tag.
was talking about black
They
people.
were talking
Like
about black people, like
don't never do this.
don't
Don't
never do
you
this.
can't
Don't
ever
you
read.
can't ever
Don't never.
read.
It's that's
Don't
how
never. That's how
strict we was as a
strict we
culture
was as a
of
culture of
economics and
economics
being
and
able to communicate.
being able to communicate.
Uh,
Uh,
you got anything else for the
you got anything else
opening
for the
Q
opening
and A? You got any
Q&A?
questions?
You got any questions?
Um, well, you see two white boys and a black boy in a car getting
Mm,
chased by police, first of all. Then four other vehicles is right behind that,
mm,
and they trying to go off road to avoid them.
mm-hmm.
And this is the beginning, so we can talk about
Yeah, yeah.
the boy got shot. He called him.
Bias.
It was
Mm-hmm.
really sad, but the boy looked. The white driver was looking at them, and he was like, "It's gonna be okay."
No.
And as soon as he say that, bow.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, ain't okay. Ain't nothing okay.
Mm-mm.
My mouth dropped open when I seen that part. I was like,
I
Lord.
know. That was tough. See, that's
That
why
was
we
tough.
say
See,
trigger
that's
warning.
why
We
we say
definitely
trigger
saying it was
warning. We
probably
definitely
hard to
saying
watch.
it was probably
But
hard
for
to watch.
you,
But for you,
viewers right now, we definitely
viewers
doing a
right now,
review.
we
So
definitely
it's
doing a
kind of like a
review.
spoiler alert.
So it's kind
But
of
we're
like a
gonna
spoiler
definitely
alert.
dive
But
into the
we're gonna
likes of the
definitely dive
movie.
into the likes of the movie.
Get straight into the song.
Get straight into
If you
some of
got
it.
one,
If you
Chef,
got
let's
one,
hear it. You can tell
Chef,
me
let's
any.
hear it. You can
Tell
tell
me
me
two of your
any.
likes real
Tell me
quick.
two of your likes real quick.
My likes, what I liked about the
Yeah,
movie.
yeah, too.
Yeah.
I like that part when they captured that mayor. And he told him that whole story about how they caught the boy and cut his thing off with a razor, and he had him tied up. Me and my son watching that movie. Me and my son were cheering. We're like, "Yes, go ahead now,
Get him.
yes."
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about.
Since I know me, what's
Since
going
I
on?
know
Appreciate
me,
that.
what's
We
going on?
definitely
Appreciate that. We definitely
diving into the review.
diving into the
Mississippi
review.
Burning. I am your
Mississippi
host, Big
Burning.
Bro
I am your
TTG.
host, Big Bro TTG.
Chef is
Chef is
explaining to us her
explaining to
first
us
like.
her first
So
like.
yeah, she said
So
she liked the
yeah, she
part
said
when
she liked the part when
they caught the mayor. That was
they caught the
definitely
mayor. That was
a good
definitely
scene because
a good
we
scene
know how
because
that turned out for
we know
him.
how that turned out for him.
We know how that turned.
We know how that turned.
My second part
Hmm.
is when that FBI agent beat the snot out of that man, out that sheriff deputy. Woo!
In the barbershop.
In the
So that was one
barbershop.
of mine.
So that
So
was
that
one
was
of
one of
mine.
mine.
So that was
Yeah,
one of
that was
mine.
definitely
Yeah,
one of
that
mine.
was definitely one of mine.
He laid hands on his woman. He said, it's a wrap.
Don't call that woman.
Don't call
They
that
had
woman.
some
She
liking for
just
each
they
other.
had some
Let's
liking
just
for
keep
each
it
other. Let's
discreet.
just keep it
They
straight.
had some good likings for
They
each
had
other.
some
You
good
know what I
liking
mean?
for each other. You know what I mean?
I am your host, Big Brother
I am your host,
TTG.
Gonna be
Big
a woman.
Yeah, that's a good woman.
Yeah, that's a good
He knew what a
woman.
good woman
He knew
was
what a
now.
good
And
woman
that dude didn't
was.
deserve
And
it.
that dude didn't
I
deserve
am
it.
your host, Big Brother
I
TTG.
am your host,
Slide through
Big
like
Brother
a drive
TTG.
through.
Slide through like
Each
a
and every
drive
Thursday
through.
night, 10
Each
p.m.
and every
Eastern
Thursday
Standard
night,
Time.
10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Right now, we are doing a
Right
review.
now, we are doing
And
a
I have
review.
my
And I
beautiful
have my
Southern
beautiful
Belle
Southern
in the
Belle
box right
in
now.
the box
Chef
right
Tay.
now.
Check
Chef
her
K.
out
Check her out
Saturday morning.
Saturday
I believe
morning.
it's
I
8:30
believe
Central
it's
Standard
8:30
Time,
Central Standard Time.
9 a.m.
9
for
a.m.
Spiritual Conversations.
for Spiritual Conversations.
One of my favorite shows,
One of
starting
my
my
favorite
morning off
shows
on a
to start
Saturday
my morning
weekend.
off on a Saturday weekend.
We are doing a review
We
on
are doing a
Mississippi Burning
review on
again.
Mississippi
Chef just
Burning
went over
again. Chef just went
two
over
likes, and I'm gonna drop
two
a
likes.
couple
And
of
I'm
them
gonna
on
drop
y'all.
a couple of them
She
on
took one of
y'all.
mine, but that's
She took
cool
one of
because
mine, but that's cool because
that's the part we would enjoy
that's the
watching
part we
together.
would enjoy
That's what
watching
this
together.
about.
That's
All
what this
right.
about. All right.
When they dropped
When they dropped the
less off in the
less
community,
off in the community,
when they dropped Lester
when they
off in the
dropped Lester
community,
off in
I
the community,
hollered.
I hollered.
Those black people was
Those
looking
black
at him
people were
like,
looking at him like,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
When you need us,
When
don't it?
you need
Don't
us,
you?
don't it?
You need
Don't
something,
you?
don't you?
You need something, don't you?
I thought they were about to knock the snot out of that man.
They
I thought they were gonna kill him.
they ain't have to.
They have
We are some
this is
southern.
we
We some
are some
wholesome
southern,
people.
we some
You may
wholesome
have did
people.
something to my
You may have
cousin, but
did
I don't
something
know
to
what my
my
cousin
cousin, but I
did.
don't know what my cousin did.
We gonna, you know what
But
I mean. But
you
at the
know what I
same
mean?
time,
But
we
at the
like,
same time, we
oh, you
like,
can't get it
oh,
now.
you can't get it now.
But that was one of my
But
favorite
that
parts
was one of
because
my favorite
they
parts
rounded
because
him up and
they rounded him up
they
and
suckered him into the
they suckered
situation,
him into the
and he
situation
fell for it and they
and
ended
he
up dropping
fell
him
for
off
it
right
and
in
they
the
dropped him
neighborhood
off
in the
right in the
community. It was
neighborhood in the
crazy.
community.
So
So did.
let me see.
Let me see.
Yeah, I like the fight
Yeah,
scene
I
between
like
the
the fight
FBI
scene between
agent
the
and
FBI agent
Anderson too.
and
They
Anderson
got to
too.
fight in one
They got
part
to fight in
when
one
he
part
pulled the gun on
when
him.
he pulled the gun
I
on him.
like that part.
Oh
I
yeah,
like
Yeah, I
that
like
part.
that part.
it was on the
Yeah, I like that part.
Yeah.
He slapped the
Yeah.
taste out his mouth. He said,
I'm sick of you. That's it.
I'm
That's
sick
it.
of
I'm
you.
sick of
That's
you.
it.
Like
That's
I
it.
ought to
I'm sick of
shoot
you.
you.
Like,
Ah,
oh,
you
shoot you.
stubborn.
Oh, you
You are
stubborn.
stubborn. Like
You
that's why when
stubborn.
they
Like
broke
that's
up
why
and he
when
went in
they
that
broke
room
up
in
and
the
he
little
went in that
hallway,
room in the little
and the other
hallway,
cop was like,
and the
"Yeah, he
other
would have
cop was
shot
like,
you
"Yeah, he would have
because you
shot you
being stubborn right
because you
now."
being stubborn right now."
He would have shot you,
He
but that
would
was
have
one
shot
of
you.
my
But that was
likes
one of
too.
my
So,
likes too.
I mean, as I get into
I mean,
more
as
of the
I get into
movie, I
more of
had
the
a lot of
movie,
likes, so
I
we're
had a
gonna
lot
double
of
back
likes,
around
so
the
we're
likes
gonna
and
double back
when we
around the likes.
if you got any more, matter of
If
fact,
you
just
got
give
any
me
more,
all your
matter of
likes
fact,
right
just give
now.
me all your likes right now.
I was like, that boy was told to go take the whole family to safety, and he
Mm-hmm.
did. But he still managed to come back for his daddy to save his
Save
life.
his life.
And I like the part where the daddy was like, I'm tired of this stuff. I'm just tired of it. He loaded up that shotgun. He said, where you at? I said, I know that's right. I'll be tired of that mess too.
Exactly. For real, for real.
Exactly. For real, for real.
Cause it's I mean
Because
those type of scenes are
those type
like
of
where
scenes are like where
you know when you
you
see
you know
like the
when you
kid
see
like you
like the
said that he
kid
came
like you
back,
said that he
like
came back,
it's
like
more touching
it's
knowing that
more
the
touching
connection
knowing that
was with
the
the
connection was with
he cared about his father.
he
He'll
cared
risk
about
his
his
own
father.
life,
He'll risk
not
his
even
own
knowing
life,
how brave
not
he
even knowing
is.
how brave he
So
is. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's one of those very
yeah, that's
touching
one of
scenes. I
those
do
very
agree
touching
with that.
scenes.
I
I
like
do
that
agree
scene
with
too.
that. I like that scene too.
Um, that's it. Do you have any more?
That's it. Do you have any
more?
more? Yeah, more.
With that part that I quoted, where she said that hatred is not something you're born with,
Mm,
it's something taught.
mm-hmm.
And then they sit there and they use the Bible as excuse. And she even quoted Genesis
Oh,
9:27. I said, I gotta go look that up, see what that means.
oh, we.
Oh,
You appreciate that?
you appreciate
Who is
that?
that? Is
Who is
that
that?
Fame or is that
That
Notorious?
thing was that
That's
notorious.
Notorious, I bet.
That's notorious. I mean.
Notorious.
Notorious.
No. So yeah,
No.
we if you
So
just get here,
yeah,
I am
if
Big
you
Bro
just get here, I
TTG.
am Big Bro
Slide through
TTG.
like a dragon. Each and
Sliding
every
like
Thursday
that.
night, 10
Each
p.m.
and
Eastern
every
Standard
Thursday night,
Time,
10 p.m. Eastern
we are
Standard Time,
doing a
we
review.
are
The
doing a
review movie
review. The
tonight
review movie
is Mississippi
tonight
Burning.
is Mississippi
Shout out to
Burning.
my
Shout out to
Southern
my
Belle, Chef Tay in the
Southern
box
Belle,
right now.
Chef Tay in the
She just
box right
gave
now.
all of her
She
likes. I'm
just
about to
gave
drop
all of her
y'all a
likes.
few
I'm
of
about
my
to drop
last
y'all a
ones.
few of my last
And
ones.
yeah,
And
we got to roll into these
yeah, we got
dislikes.
to roll into
All
these
right, so
dislikes.
yeah, the
All
barbershop
right, so
scene
yeah,
when the
the
shop
barbershop scene when the shop
the
when
police officer whooped on
the
the
police
sheriff,
officer whooped on
the
the sheriff.
deputy pill.
The
Yeah,
deputy
definitely
killed.
one of the
Yeah,
top
definitely
scenes. I
one of the
already
top
said about
things.
that.
I already said about that.
Um, let
Um,
me see.
let me see.
When they switched everybody
When they
against each
switched
other,
everybody against
like
each other, like
when they before they picked Lester up,
before they pick
appreciate that
Lester up,
football. When they picked
appreciate the
before they
football.
picked
When they
Lester
pick
up, tell me
before
your
they pick
problem.
Lester up, tell me your
And
problem.
then they
And
acted like they
then they
was
acted like they was
the Klan to come get
the
him,
clan to
and
come
he
get
thought it
him,
was the
and he
Klan,
thought it was the clan,
and he thought it was the
and
Klan,
he
but it
thought it was
wasn't.
the
And they was
clan, but
like
it
they
wasn't.
switched
And
it
they
up,
was
and then
like
they
they
started
switched
to
it up,
make
and then
them.
they started
See,
to
that
make
was the
them.
fight
See,
scene
that
that
was the
led
fight
up to that.
scene that led up to
The
that.
two
And
officers
the
fighting.
two officers
They actually
fighting.
that's what
They
led up
actually
to that, and I
that's what
like
led up to
when
that. And I like when
situations pan out like that
situations
because
pan out like that because
he was like, "You gonna do it
he
my
was
way,
like, "You're gonna do it my way,
and we're gonna use my
and
men."
we're gonna use my
And
men."
that's another thing
And
I noticed
that's
too that
another
I
thing I
like.
noticed too that
All
I
of
like. All of
Anderson men was like
Anderson
they
men
was
were like
they don't go,
they don't go.
but
But
Ward, the
Ward,
FBI agent,
the
he had
FBI agent,
the
he had
Marines,
the
he had all the straight
Marines,
up
he
and
had
narrow
all the straight
guys.
up and narrow
But
guys. But
yeah, Anderson was like, he
Anderson
was
was
real
like,
fast
he was
talking.
real
I
fast
like that
talking.
because he
I
didn't really
like
take
that
no
because he didn't
trash.
really
Like when
take
they
no
first got
trash.
there, he
Like
was
when
like,
they first
"I'm gonna
got there, he
wait,
was like,
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
wait."
wait,
And then
I'm gonna
Anderson was
wait.
like,
And then
"Man, if you ain't
Anderson
gonna get
like,
him, I'm gonna
man, if
tear
you ain't
this
gonna get him, I'm
little
gonna tear this
office up."
little office up.
So yeah, that
So yeah,
that would be my likes
that would be my
for the
likes
movie Mississippi
for the
Burning.
movie
If you
Mississippi
just getting here,
Burning.
this is the
If you
perfect
just
time
getting
to
here,
plug
this
the
is the
show.
perfect time to plug the
Welcome to
show.
Playback. I am your host,
Welcome to
Big Bro
Playback. I am
TTG.
your Big Bro
Tonight
TTG.
we are doing a
Tonight
review.
we are doing a
Normally we be doing
review.
trivia.
Normally we
We
be doing
couldn't,
trivia. We
let
couldn't,
this moment slip by.
let this moment
We
slip by.
definitely want to take advantage
We
of
definitely want to take
all this
advantage of
platform that we have.
this platform
Appreciate
that
you,
we
Tay.
have.
Shout out to
Appreciate you
everybody
saying.
that's in here
Shout out to
tonight.
everybody that's in here
Once
tonight.
again, this will be
Once
record it
again,
and
this
it will
will
be
be
on
recorded
YouTube.
and it will be on
Um,
YouTube. Um,
we're about to dive into the
we're about
dislikes.
to
So,
dive into the dislikes. So,
Chef,
Chef,
uh,
to run back off of something you had
Okay.
said about the Klansmen gonna get Lester. I legitimately thought that was his boys, and I was like, this turned quick on him. I really and I was so confused when they took them hoods off, and it was the FBI looking people. I'm like, what?
Mm-hmm.
What's these?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad you explained it now, because I was like, that part lost me.
Mm-hmm. And that's one of the good things about what we doing tonight. We highlighting history. So if you haven't watched the movie, you know, it may be a little more encouraging to go watch it now. You know what I mean? Playback. All right. So we're gonna get into these dislikes. That was a great first half. We definitely gonna keep going. Dislike Chef.
And they all getting off scot free and having a celebration while the black folks sitting up here looking like, are you serious? Ain't like that. Ain't like that. But that's realistic though, because that's probably what was happening.
Say some of your dislikes for you know for afterwards. Hold up, we ain't got to spill them all out right now.
When you said dislikes, I gave my dislike.
Just
Go
give
ahead.
me two, but you good. Okay. All right. I didn't like. Well, let me get into it. No, I want to finish. Let's talk about what's your dislike. So start from the first one. The first one was the guy watching the lady get beat up.
Oh yeah, the wife was getting her tail beat 1 inch away from her life, and the leader, the biggest, strongest one of them all, was sitting there crying like he felt sorry.
He felt sorry for a good reason because he knew he was wrong. He knew they was wrong. They was wrong. It's big. I said the same thing. I'm with you on that. Ox, he built like an ox, and I meant to look him up because he played in some other movies. But we're gonna get back to that. Shout out to everybody in the comments. I am your big brother TTG. We about to get into this dislike. Yeah, I definitely dislike that. You gave a second one. Go ahead with your second one. Let's pick it back. Let's try to get two of them real quick.
Yeah. We're gonna have to say how the court dropped the 5-year sentence he put on him.
That was foul. That was too foul. I agree. Outside force. I got some outside forces for you. Come outside. They black. I got some forces for you.
Outside forces.
I got some forces for you. Cause ain't no way.
What? Ain't no way. Be a black person? What? Yeah, I ain't like that.
No. Rello, what's going on, bro? We midway through the show. We pretty much into the dislikes right now. So if you have seen this movie, you are welcome to hop up in the box. But you only have 3 minutes. Exception of KOD, and y'all know what's going on. We are doing a review. Mississippi Burning. Yeah, we about to. Let me give y'all my dislikes. Give y'all a couple of my dislikes. When the reporter called, when they was doing a report, and the white people was like, it's a hoax. That made me mad. That made me so mad. Because I know they had a voice a little bit more, like the reach was different. So if they said it was a hoax, it went out before we had a chance to say what it was. Like as a community problem, just as far as like them being able to have outreach, they can't read, they really can't write. So if the white people say it's a hoax, it possibly didn't happen. So when they said that to the reporters, that's the first thing they're gonna report. Like, you know, they're not gonna ask anybody in the community or nothing like that. So that was my dislike. I was real mad because I was like, that's why black people gotta stop, gotta stop taking the next person's opinion about somebody, or you gotta start trusting your own instinct when you're dealing with people, because that's the hoax. Like if you know a person steals and you probably see them different, you should trust your instinct that they steal. But you have to trust your instincts on what's going on too, especially like seeing. Well, anyway, I don't want to dive into that for women. You know what I mean? For women seeing people around your neighborhood. If you're single, of course. If you know he don't live over there, watch your back. You know what I mean? Respect me. But my second one would be when they burned down the churches. They initially knew where to pick these individuals up from. They initially knew what was going on with them, and they went to where the only place they would be able to go. And that brings me to my final dislike. They had to have service on the rubble of fire. You know how bad that has to smell. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes. On the outside of where that building was and have a service.
That would be my two right there. I definitely I feel bad about that, even though it was still worship, but I'm like, man, whew. I say I can get in on them because your son picked the right choice. Don't turn the left cheek. You hear me? Like, if you slap me on this one, you gonna slap me on that one. I mean, that's only logic. Shout out to him. Is that all you got? You got anything else for it?
I don't like how they was downplaying Martin Luther King in that movie when they did mention him.
True.
They're like, oh, that Martin Luther King fella.
True.
Like, what?
True.
No, you did not just downplay him like that. I ain't like that.
Well, that's what they was giving. They was giving that to highlight that, he was active, back then too. So they was giving that to highlight. Because I'm pretty sure it's other reviews we can go over. Because a lot of movies that's surrounded by this particular movie, Martin Luther King come up in a lot of movies back then. So he was definitely one of.
So at the time, they didn't really know who he was. He didn't put too much of a footprint down. Yeah, he was getting motion going, but it won't solidify. Okay,
yeah, because
that's why they said.
If you think about one of those times, I think they even said they said where he was. The sheriff guy was like, it's something that Martin Luther King stirring up. That Martin Luther King stirring up some more stuff. So yeah, that's one of those things too. But okay. Let me give my last few dislikes. Mayor Tillman. Lying about the black people being happy. This goes back to the scene where he was in the barbershop when they first walk in. He said our black people are happy with what we got going on. They happy. And he was like, that's before the college kids came through, before that happened. Oh, our black people was happy. That turned my stomach upside down. You know what I mean?
How can you be happy in a situation like that? You're not happy. You striving to stay alive every day is a struggle.
Oh my God. So I got a couple more. Let me see. Okay. You already said my other one when the judge said the 5-year sentence and the riot breaks out. And then, like you said, why we burning down our own stuff? I kind of hated that. What they call it? The picture. When people paint a picture of black people and we actually be like that. Because we will burn down. I'm like, why do we burn down the Jews? The Chinese people, the Italian people, the Asians, they don't never burn down their own community.
Oh, it's crazy. You gotta live there. I can live in somewhere you done destroyed.
Okay. Oh, but I'm saying that's my point. Like, but yeah, I was piggybacking off of that one also to say that because I had it in my notes. I said they burnt down the churches. They had the service on the rubble. The news reporter. So those are my dislikes. I didn't want to go over too many dislikes because it was more negative. It was such a negative movie. You had to understand
understand.
Use your
You got to use
full
your
understanding of
full understanding of
what segregation really
what
meant to
segregation
black
really
people
meant
back
to
then.
black people
Especially
back
when you
then.
coming from
Especially when you coming
no
from
education, you coming
no
from no
education, you
financial
coming from no
background.
financial
You coming,
background.
it's just too
You
many
coming, it's just
diversities
too many
up against
diversities
you
up against
to
you
stand up against
to
somebody
stand up
saying you
against
did
somebody
something
saying
or
you
such and
did
such was
something or
this,
such and such was
or
this,
they just saying somebody
or they
falsely
just
accused
saying
you or
somebody
something.
falsely accused
You know, excuse my colorful
you know,
language.
excuse my colorful language.
Looking at a white woman, you know you getting hung from a tree.
Yeah, you getting hung from a tree.
You getting hung from a tree.
And you know,
looking in the direction, like we was noticing how a brother was looking up at the sky while he was walking by a white woman in the movie. You're like, you about to say I'm looking at you.
Ain't that some? You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? That's
But
yeah,
you gotta move on, and here
you
we
gotta
are.
move on, and here we are.
We finna move on to
We finna move
scenes
on
and
to
something you
scenes
noticed.
and something you noticed.
So I would like to say, welcome to Playback. I am your host, Big Brother TTG. Each and every Thursday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is my amazing Southern Comfort. Wait a minute, Southern Belle. I call her my name. Don't worry about that, y'all.
Don't worry about it, y'all.
Inside joke.
Really related to that stuff going on.
Yeah. So when the salon chick said that, they really gave up. They gave him the cue to say, "Oh, I'm on the right trail. I'm on the right trail right now." You know what I mean? Because what happens if I detour and try to see what this lady here talking about who owns the salon? She ain't talking about nothing. She gonna go back and tell the clan. She gonna go back and tell the clan. It's gonna be a wrap. Your whole situation gonna be busted. So yeah.
Just want attention.
Yeah. Yeah. So okay, let me get into two scenes. When the deputy and his the deputy and his wife was arguing in the street when they first come on. So when they come on, they arguing already. If you look, and pay attention, they in the middle of the street and they arguing. So
about that song the Ku Klux Klan had come up with. He said, "Your sense of humor is different from mine. I do not find that humorous."
See, so that's like some of the scenes like we were saying earlier. Some scenes you have to go back and watch and pay close attention to. Another scene that I noticed. This is just me throwing some, bouncing some, off the wall real quick. It was a Latino in the movie. He was cooking fish.
He was not Spanish. He was Native American.
You think he was Indian?
They was indigenous peoples. They was not Mexican. They're Native American.
I bet he was Indian. He sounded like he sounded Spanish to me. He was Indian.
Thank you. He was Indian. He was Native American.
Yeah. Okay. So that's something new. That's why I brought it up. That's exactly why I brought it up, because I was like, what is? I said, who is this cooking this fish?
No Spanish, they're right.
I'm like, who is this cooking? Who is this cooking this fish? You feel me?
That little boy took that fish right on out.
You saw him cook that fish.
He knew what it was doing.
I said that looked like me out there cooking fish. Okay, so you got any more scenes or something you noticed?
No.
Okay, so those are my scenes. And those are Chef's taste scenes. This is Playback. We are doing a review of the movie Mississippi Burning, episode 20, episode 30, season 1. We definitely about to continue rolling. If you're just not getting here, we got a few more reviews we're gonna do. We're gonna do roles, actors, and actress. So we're gonna talk about some of the actors and actresses that was in the movie real quick. And yeah, we're gonna wrap it up with a bow tie on this thing. So, Chef, any roles, actors, or actress, somebody had a special role that you liked, or actor, or
When the movie first come on, I told my son, I said, "That's that dude that played Green Goblin in Spider-Man." He said, "Yeah, that's when he was young."
He said young. Ooh. That man old now.
That man old man.
He real old now.
He real
Okay,
old man.
that's good. That's
Okay,
good. Give us a
that's
couple.
good.
Give us a
Give
couple.
us a couple. Give us a couple.
Roles,
Who else did
Roles,
actors,
I like?
actors.
actors.
I like that little boy, Aaron. He was he grew up to be somebody, an actor in
Darius
New York.
McFerry
Darius
from Family
McFerry
Matters.
from Family Matters.
Yeah,
Eddie Winslow.
thank
Eddie
you.
Winslow.
Thank you, because that was bothering me. I said that little boy face, I recognize that from.
Yeah,
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 okay. Family
yeah, yeah,
Matters.
yeah. So
Yep,
yeah.
yep, yep. So
Uh,
yep. Uh,
okay.
okay.
That's a treat. I hope everybody
That's a
enjoyed
treat. I
that.
hope
Those
everybody
two good
enjoyed
things.
it.
The Green
Those two good
Goblin and
things. The Green Goblin and
Darius McFerry was in the
Darius
movie.
McFerry
So
was in the movie. So
y'all had to go back and see these people
y'all
when
had
they
to go
was
back and see
young.
these
They had
people when
some
they was
major
young.
roles in
They
some good
had some
movies.
major roles in some good movies.
I'm gonna give y'all two of
I'm gonna
mine
give
real
y'all two
quick.
of mine real quick.
Um, the
The deputy,
Deputy Pell.
Deputy Pell.
Could y'all tell me who he
Could
was?
y'all tell me who he was?
Play who he
Who
portrayed?
he portrayed?
Okay, 5 seconds. One,
Okay, 5 seconds.
two,
1, 2,
three, four,
3,
five.
4, 5.
Child's Play.
Child's Play.
That was the
That
guy that
was
did
the
the
guy that
thing on the
did
little
the
boy Andy.
thing on
That
the little
was
boy
Deputy
Andy. That
Peel.
was Deputy
He
Peel.
played Child's
He played
Yes.
Charles Yes.
He was Mississippi
And
Burning.
being out
He
there in
ended up
Mississippi
losing that
Burning
job there.
and losing
But
his
then I was
job
like, that
there.
can't add up
But
because
then
he
I was like,
died.
I can't
But
add up
anyway.
because he died. But
Anyway.
You trying to find a
Yeah,
correlation? Like
yeah,
didn't work.
didn't work.
timeline. Yeah.
I got one more.
I
I
got
got one
one
more.
more.
And
I got one more. And
I'm gonna let Chef Tay give all
I'm gonna let
hers.
Chef Tay give all
Okay,
hers.
Gene
Okay,
Hackman.
Gene Hackman.
Can anybody guess what Gene
Can
Hackman
anybody guess
was
what Gene Hackman was
parlaying? What
parlaying?
movie did he
What
portray
movie did
in?
he
He played in a
portray
very
in? He played in a
interesting
very
movie with Will Smith.
interesting movie with Will Smith.
Gene
Gene
Hackman.
Hackman. That was
Gene
Mr.
Hackman.
Anderson.
That
That
was
was
Mr.
Detective
Anderson.
Anderson.
That was Detective Anderson.
The one who always winked.
The one who always winked.
You said interesting movie with Will Smith. I don't know. I would say Hitch.
Enemy of the State.
Enemy of the State.
I said Hitch.
Enemy of the State.
Enemy
He was
of
the
the
guy
State.
that was
He was the
Rachel's
guy
best
that was
friend,
Rachel's
and he
best
was like,
friend. And he was
you
like,
gave up
you
Rachel, and now you gave up
Rachel,
me,
and now you
and
gave up me.
that's
And
how Will Smith
that's
ended up
how Will Smith ended
with
up
the little device,
with the
and
little
he was
device.
like,
And
"Oh,
he
it's
was like,
trash."
oh, it's trash.
I love the way he acted. He's a
I
good
love the
actor.
way he
He's a
acts.
great
He's a
actor.
good actor. He was a great actor.
Okay,
Okay,
welcome to Playback. If you did not hear
welcome to
her, we
Playback.
about
If
to
you
wrap
did
this
not hear
thing up
her,
with a
we
bow
about to
tie
wrap
on. We're
this
gonna
thing
let
up with a
Chef
bow
Tay
tie.
give us
Let Chef
a
Tay give us a
summary of all her last
summary
role
of
and
all her
actors and
last
actresses, if
role
she
and
has
actors and
any. Do you
actresses.
have
If
any
she
for
has
us?
any, do you have any for us?
I don't have any roles. I discussed everything.
Okay.
Okay.
I will say in summation, I can give a summary, like my review of the movie
Okay,
in
that's gonna
general.
be the discussion. If you
That's
don't,
gonna be the
I'm gonna go over
discussion.
my
If you don't,
last
I'm
few
gonna go with my
that I
last
have
few
in
that I
roles and
have
actors,
in
and then we're gonna
roles
do
and actors, and then we're
a
gonna do
closing of the summer.
closing of the summer.
So, okay.
Okay.
So
Um,
okay.
Frankie Faison.
Frankie
Can you
Faison.
tell me where Frankie
Can you tell
Faison
me where
came
Frankie
from?
Faison came from?
Frankie Faison was in the
Frankie
movie with Eddie
Faison was in the
Murphy,
movie with Eddie Murphy,
Arsenio Hall,
Arsenio Hall,
Alice Haley.
Alice Haley.
He has a slew of actors in
A
there.
slew of actors in there.
Frankie Faison.
Frankie
Sound
Faison.
familiar?
Sound familiar?
Live.
No,
It don't.
no,
You
it does
don't.
not sound familiar.
Frankie was the guy that
Frankie was
said
the guy
your
that
rent's
said
due,
your rent's due.
and he was taking them
And
upstairs
he was
and
taking them upstairs
coming to
and
America. He
coming
was
to
the
America. He
landlord
was the
in the
landlord
movie Coming to
in the
America.
movie Coming to
And
America.
then,
And
yeah,
then,
that's him.
yeah,
He was in the
that's him.
movie.
He was in the movie.
Frankie Faison. He
Frankie
definitely was a
Faison. He
definitely an
definitely
asset
was
to the movie.
definitely an
Had
asset to the
had
movie.
had me thinking like,
Had
hey,
me
look,
thinking
I
like,
didn't even know he was in
I
this
didn't
movie.
even know he was in this movie.
So
So
yeah, that's one for the books,
yeah,
y'all.
that's one for
All
the
right,
books.
we about to do a brief
All right, we
summary
about to do a
of
brief
this.
summary
Oh, one more.
One more.
Badeja Dogala.
Badeja Dogala.
Badeja. He has a very, very discreet voice. And that's what made me recognize him. I said that voice sound familiar. Bodega Duganal.
Bodega Duganal.
Who was he? Aaron Daddy?
He was the guy
He
that
was the
kidnapped
guy that
kidnapped Mayor Tillman,
kidnapped
and
Mayor
he had the
Tillman,
Klan mask
and he
on,
had
and
the
he was in the
Klan
room
mask
with
on,
him.
and he was in the room with
That's
him.
him, but he played
That's
in the
him, but
movie's
he
Player
played in the
Club,
movie's Player
and
Club,
he was the
and he
hitman
was
who went into
the
Bernie Mac's
hitman who went
bedroom
into
and
Bernie
said,
Mac's bedroom and
"You won't
said,
want to hear that
"You
crackling
won't want to hear that
sound." And
cracking
he also
sound."
said,
And he
"I was
also said,
supposed to get
"I
some
was supposed to
coochie."
get some coochie.
Oh, they like putting him in hitman roles, huh?
He
They like
do.
making him
He
the.
do.
He
If you
do.
look at
He
his
do.
resume, a
If you
lot of
look
his
at his
movies
resume, a lot
are
of his
based off
movies
mobster
are based
movies.
off
And
mobster
I
movies.
think it's
And
distinctly
I
because of
think it's
his voice.
distinctly because of
His voice is very. He
his
has some
voice
Mm-hmm.
is
distinguished
very, he has
voices.
a distinguished voices.
Is not
It's
comparable to a lot of
not
people.
comparable to
Not
a lot
even
of
Barry
people.
White, but
Not even Barry
this
White.
guy voice is
This
heavy,
guy voice is
and he
heavy,
sound. I thought he was a
and
Candyman.
I thought he was
That's
a
who I
Candyman.
thought he was.
That's who I
I
thought
said,
he
"No,
was.
that ain't
I
Candyman."
said, "No, that ain't
But
Candyman."
I
But
digress. So
I
we about to
digress.
do a
So
discussion.
we about to do a discussion.
Yeah. Give y'all a brief
Yeah.
discussion.
Give
We're
y'all
gonna
a
let
brief discussion.
Chef,
We're gonna let Chef,
my Southern Belle,
my
lead
Southern
us into
Belle,
this, and we
lead
are
us
about
into this,
to
and we are
hear
about
her
to
discussion
have
of the
a
movie.
discussion of the movie.
Overall, this movie made me laugh, cry, enraged, swinging at the screen like they time. Actual sentencing was significant. I mean, the time that they got was not a lot, but it was something for their actions. There was a reaction, a repercussion for what they've done. So I like that, but I really feel like it should have been longer. But I guess they were breaking through the glass just doing it at all.
Mm-hmm.
Got anything else for us?
Got anything else for us?
No.
No. Okay.
Okay.
All right, my discussion.
All right, my discussion.
Okay, let's pick it back off what you were
let's
saying.
pick it back off
So,
what you were saying.
just to say, them breaking through the
Just to say
glass and
don't
breaking
break
through the
through the
glass
glass
ceiling,
and breaking through
or
the glass
not,
ceiling,
that
or
is true
not,
because
that is
15
true because
million
15
is
million
not
is
what we
not
would call
what we would
reparation.
call reparation.
It's not. 15 million, I can blow
15 million,
myself
I can blow
and
myself
won't bat an eye.
and
You know
won't
what I
bat an
mean?
eye. You
If
know
I
what I mean?
invested and if
If
I
I
did all the
invested
things
and
that I
if I
wanted to
did
do,
all the
15
things
million
that
would
I
go
wanted to
so
do,
quick.
15 million would go
So
so
it's not
quick.
reparation
So it's not
for the
reparation
culture.
for
But
the
definitely
culture.
to
But
piggyback
definitely
back,
to
off that,
piggyback back, off that,
a lot of things that happened
a
back
lot of things
then
that happened back then
probably was swept under
probably
the rug.
was
Like you
swept
said,
under the
is
rug. Like you said,
still it's a mystery to this day,
it's a
far as
mystery
like
to this day, as far as
what
like
we see,
what we
what
see,
the culture
what the
understands,
culture understands,
religiously wise, what you have to
religiously wise,
believe
what you
in,
have to believe
and that's with
in,
your own
and
voice.
that's
So
what
when you believe in something in your own voice, you actually repeat it.
you
That's
actually
called
repeat.
believing.
That's called believing.
But
But
we just gonna
we just gonna
we're gonna chunk it up to the people
to
that put their
the
feet
people that
forward.
put their
You
feet
know
forward.
the production team, people
The
that actually
production
got
team,
behind
people
this
that
movie,
actually get
because I
behind
did a
this
little
movie,
research
because
on
I
it,
did a little
and
research on it,
a
and
lot of it wasn't
a lot
black
of it
people. You know what I
wasn't
mean? A
black
lot of
people. You know what I mean? A lot
Caucasian
of
people, but they
Caucasian people.
when you say
When you say
awards, a lot of these awards
awards, a
are
lot of these
nominated
awards are
to the
nominated
people of
to
the
the people of the
movie. So
movie. So
if you look at
look
all
at
the
if
awards
you
that
look
they
at
may
all the
have won
awards that they may
separately,
have won separately.
that's amazing.
That's amazing.
But
But
yeah, my discussion.
my discussion.
When, where does racism come
Where
from?
does racism come from?
How can one race feel
How can
superior
one
to
race feel
another?
superior to
Are we
another?
both with it?
Are we both
No.
with it? No.
Do we become it?
Do we
Do
become
we
it?
come it on our
Do
own?
we come in on our
Maybe.
own?
Or is it perhaps that
Or is
we
it
are
perhaps
taught it?
that we are taught?
There's a small scene in the
There is a
Mississippi
small
Burning
scene
that
in the
is just as
Mississippi burning
powerful
that is just as
as
powerful
Gene Hackman's speech,
Gene Hackman's speech,
or any other, or
or
any
any
violent
other, or any
Montaloo
violent
to gospel
Montaloo
music,
to
which was
gospel
a
music,
definite thing because
which was a
gospel was all
definite
through
thing because
there.
gospel was
It
all
was
through there.
Montaloo to gospel
It was
music that is
Montaloo
in
to
its
gospel
film.
music that is in
This
its
is a
film.
rally.
This is a
There's
rally.
a rally at the
There's
park
a
with
rally at the
the head
park
of the
with the
KKK
head of the
without his
KKK
hood.
without his
So
hood.
y'all can go back and
So
see that
y'all
scene.
go back and see that
Telling
scene.
thousands of people
Telling
to have
thousands of people
gathered
to have a
that
gathered
they have
that he
gathered
that they
that
have
he
gathered
loves
that he
being white.
loves being
He
white.
loves being
He
white. He
loves
loves
being
the
white.
fact
He
of the
loves the
Mississippi
fact of the
segregate. He
Mississippi
loves the fact that
segregation. He
Mississippi is
loves the fact that
segregated.
Mississippi is segregated.
Um, And in the crowd, you can the camera pans across and shows the three shows 3-year old kids somewhere in the age smiling and cheering and gleefully loudly as their parents are. So it's taught. It's not a DNA thing. And that would be my discussion to round off the movie. And we're gonna rate this thing 1 to 5. What you give it, Chef?
I don't think nothing's perfect, so I'm gonna say 4.5.
4 some sayings.
Yeah.
That's 4 of them right there. All right. And me myself, I want to give it 5. Again, based upon all the actors and all of the pain that came with them probably getting these people to get in this movie. Like some of those black people were actually probably still living there and probably still live there. Or the land probably is still there. So I want to give it 5 because I saw real history in their face, in their eyes, in their role that they played. I saw real black history moments. And yeah, so I'm gonna give it 5 of them teams. And yeah, I am your host, Big Brother TTG.